Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. So look on the screen. We've got a man child, and three queens, three ladies. They're going up the escalator. And the title of this video is called It's Really a Sad State When It Takes Brad for You to Elevate. So yesterday, we're looking at some property out of state. Okay, so my husband called me. He's like, "Hey, check out this property, yada yada yada. I think we should go check it out. I think you're gonna love it. We can get it. Da, 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 da." Okay, I'm like, okay, this one I do like. We go check it out. So I had introduced a friend of mine to some other friends that we knew. Hey, we have a dinner party coming. Da 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 da. And then so one of the guys, I'm gonna call him Brad. He's in town, and it's a sad state when it takes Brad to elevate, escalate. So here's the deal. As I say, people doing what they want to do. So this young lady, she's like, "Oh yeah, hey, we're gonna check out some properties too." Really? Uh-huh. And so I guess her husband, he's been kind of hanging around him. Again introduced him, like, "Hey, it's good to know people in business, positive vibes, and he's a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Trust the fairy, and I know, but he's a lot of fun. Man, we've been friends for like over 10 years, okay?" So, Sister Girl, she then says, "Hey," she was so excited. And I'm like, "What is the deal?" Now, I know typically, her man is 50-50. That's how they operate. And in the BC, for some reason, we seem to think that that is a plus, but it's really, really not. You've got a roommate, plus, you're having children and raising a family. In some cases, I know it takes that, but let's be real. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't really have respect for a man unless it's something that's agreed on. But I just don't have respect for a man who's like, 50-50. Dude, you're a roommate. I don't have any accolades. I don't have any praise for you. Ooh, wee. A roommate can do that. So you're not going to get any praise from me like, oh, that a girl, you really got one. That's not going to happen. Keep in mind, people doing what they want to do. So I noticed her man has been hanging around the friend that I know introduced him to, Brad. This Brad is a provider. He doesn't play around. My goodness. I've known him. It's always just good times, fun. Sometimes he may flaunt money, of course. Um, whatever you want, get it. You could be having you would be at a place, let's say, outside of the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Eating outside. He's like, this person here smokes. Hey, I've seen them, and my husband's done the same thing. Pay a waiter, 50 bucks, $100. Hey, this person wants cigarettes, go get it. That's not my thing to smoke, but yeah, Or I've had house parties, a dinner party, rather, not a house party, dinner party, and you look up, hey, you know what? She's out of this. Hey, get somebody so and so go pick this up. Da da da. Boom. So he likes to cater to women. So I noticed when old girl talked to me yesterday, she was like so excited. I'm like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" She's like, "Guess what? We're gonna look at a house too, and guess what? I'm gonna call her man Levon. Levon told me he's gonna go ahead and put the money down for the house, and guess what? Girl, he's gonna make the note." She's like, I can't believe it. He's gonna make the note. Okay, 'cause that's what a lot of men do. It's no surprise. See, if I gotta pay for my house or pay for half of the rent, you haven't bought me no house. No, you haven't. It's a we thing. That's how I see it. And so I knew then. I said, because she was so shocked. I knew then he probably opened up his mouth. And sometimes it's good to hang around different people to see have an influence. And he probably came with that 50-50. And I already know because you've talked with my friend Brad, who doesn't play that 50-50. That's nonsense. You're not a man in his eyes. He checked him. It's mighty funny. All this time he's only in their in their 40s. You've come with this all this time only after dealing with boom with someone else. So all of a sudden, which I'm glad he opened up his mouth, his thinking pattern, and I'm glad that he got checked. That that right there, this is your wife, your woman. You need to buy our house. You be a man. You make the payments. Now we'll see if it holds true. I'll keep you posted on what she says. But I just thought about it. I was like, wow, in this culture, it's just interesting how sometimes we think we're really doing something, going 50-50. Again, I don't expect no 50-50. I mean, what the heck? You haven't done anything so wonderful. Oh my, I pay 50-50 on my house. Okay, and okay, you got teamwork. If it works for you, great. But again, for a man, I don't see any accolades coming if that's all you. I mean, I just don't see any accolades if we got to work it like that. That's just me, especially if a man can afford it. And I thought about it. I was like, wow. So all of a sudden now he's communicating with them, and one in particular. I know will put you on the spot about women, taking care of women. Now he comes up with, we're gonna look at this house, and he's gonna pay the down payment, and he's gonna also pay the whole house note. And I'm like, girl, that's the norm. That's how it should be. And I was like, wow. So she's like, she was like, oh yeah, So I knew then, kind of hanging around, my husband, kind of hanging around a friend, which I'm calling Brad, hanging around them. I already knew what time it was gonna be. Hang with these guys and just have a nice little conversation, and you can figure it out. But it's really sad. And I wasn't about to pop her bubble. No, like I told her, hey, they're saying real estate, yada yada. That someone said, hey, they got some deals, can't pass up. He's been looking at them, and then boom, he meets with the guy's husband, and then boom, and it's like, hey, here's a big deal. But my thing is, it's like, why is it in our culture for some of these men, it takes Brad to come to you to educate and then elevate? See, if black women want to say that, oh, you should, go ahead and buy your wife a house, if you can get a second home, that's fun too. You can go ahead and do that. Or if a black man says it, oh, he's a simp. Heaven forbid a black man says to another black man, you should go ahead and pay the house note. If you can afford it, pay the whole house note for your family. You should be a man and do it. In a black community, that black man is a simp. And if a black woman want to say it, she's a gold digger. Again, I wanted them to kind of be mean for a reason. Oh, definitely. Let him keep on talking. He gonna get schooled today. My thing is, we'll see if what he says is true for her. Like I told her, this right here, this is nothing new. This is what a lot of men that can do. But my other thing is, how long? It makes me wonder, for somebody to come to you that doesn't look like you, to educate, and then for you to all of a sudden decide to elevate. Could he have done this all along? Or was he just being selfish or being part of the culture 50-50? I thought about that. So if he can do that now for her, he could have probably been doing this all along. Just a thought. So now you hanging with a crew at 50-50 nonsense. That's not good. They're going to be looking at you. And of course, everybody has some type of money. No one's like, just, check the check. No. And this Brad is, wealthy. You have to be, especially when you can fly on daddy's jet. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, I was happy to her to hear that. I'm like, yeah, like I said, I knew what it was. I already knew you were outnumbered. You weren't not just being the only maybe African American male, but you were outnumbered, and you were the only chocolate drop of 50-50 on the block. Not playing that. And you have means too. But it made me think, going out 50-50, was it just him with the culture? And the sad thing is, if you say those things to each other, another black man is considered a simp, a black woman, you are a gold digger. But then Brad comes along, and all of a sudden, oh, I guess he's going to have to educate. And now you're ready to elevate. Why is that? because the women in our community, sometimes you can be married to men. The culture doesn't really teach you to value them. Some men married to women is because of the physical aspect of it. They really hate women, and then they want to have some children. So when they get old, somebody can come and take care of them. It's not about legacy. It's about me and my needs. And then when I get old and feeble, half dead, three teeth in my head, somebody can come take care of me, and I can say, I'm your father. Well, it just occurred to me, why couldn't he do this before? Why? You can do it now. The economy's bad. Maybe they've been doing 50-50. He's been saving money, and that's great. But I'm so glad that I introduced and did what I did. Let's go ahead and put him over there with them. You can say some things about women you may not like, but as far as like abandoning women financially and your woman struggling, guess what? They're gonna go ahead. This little group over here, they're gonna set you right. Oh yeah. That that is why I'm so glad I introduced that. Go ahead and go over there with that 50-50 mess. They can go ahead and set you right. Papa make you feel real belittled. They will check you. Where his wife is black, it's a black couple, you're gonna get checked. In a nice manner. You got your wife in half your house, no? Man, mother, your kids? Oh no, brother. Oh no, brother. Nah, that's not acceptable. I wanted him to meet with them and kind of befriend them. Hey, so and so's in town. That's what I wanted. And mission accomplished. But it's a sad state. Like I said, maybe it's just the culture and that's what you grew up in. 50-50. My mother didn't work. She was a housewife. My father handled things. And my father went to work. So I thought about it. I'm happy for her. But I thought about it. It's just a sad state when it takes other men. It takes Brad to educate. And now you're ready all of a sudden to elevate. So now the women can go ahead and come up with the escalator and maybe have this in case here they're elevating. Hey, not 50-50. She was so excited. Like I said, yeah, girl, they're looking at some real estate. Yay. So also got some deals. Oh, yeah, and the realtor, it's a black female. Uh-huh. That's who we're dealing with. That's who get the commission. Trust and believe. Why can't we do this on our own? Because you know what? The bar is really set so low that we expect 50-50, and black women think you got a 50-50 man, you're getting something because the bar is set so low. Taught to basically pick up dust. Ask a man if he has a job. Gold digger. Only a fool is digging for dust. Only a low self-esteem queen who hasn't realized yet her self-worth is digging for dust. I'd rather dig for gold any day, honey, than dust. Because if it's the option between A, being by myself, B, dust bucket, C, gold, I'll go ahead and take gold. But if you can't find gold, we're going to go back to A, being by myself. Because B, with a dust bucket, that ain't even an option for me. I think too much of myself. That ain't going to even happen. If he down to his last $2, Johnny Taylor kind of thing, I got to find this song again. Um, if that's what it is, bye. Because I'm sorry, you got to keep pushing. I don't do builder, bro. Not bar with the builder. If I was single, oh, hell to the no. Since I thought about that, I was like, wow. All of a sudden, he's come back with some new talk. Yeah, because that right there, I want to steer you on over there. So go ahead and talk that old 50-50 nonsense like you doing something. You getting ready to get school today. You're not taking, that right there, you're not doing anything special. Dude, you're mediocre. You're a freaking roommate. And it's to your advantage. Because you're paying 50-50. We know women do most of the work, especially when you become a mama. Oh, Lord. You really, 24/7. Working a full-time job and raising kids and cooking and cleaning. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Everyone is different. Some women, that's what they love, and I'm happy for them. Not for me. That's just different. People who do their lives the way they want to. And I wish you well, which is great. Hell, someone's got to create. But when you're sitting up here, you look at all the work that women do, especially when you become a wife and mother, and then a full-time job, and then 50-50. Where's the incentive, man? Where is your stash? Sometimes 50-50, a woman can't even afford to have a darn stash. That's why I have a little problem. Can't even have a darn stash. Everything going out, going out. What's he doing? Do you have access to it? Then if something happens to him, he sure as hell better have a portfolio or better have a house. Some paid for. He better have something. If you sit up here, I'm sorry, you're married to a man and got a family, and he doesn't have any life insurance, he doesn't have any portfolio, any money stacked up. This man, I'm sorry to you, girl, he's worthless in my opinion. Well, because something happens to you, what's gonna happen to you? When they're trying to hear, we gotta sell a house because he died. What the hell? He didn't have an insurance policy to take care of the house. He didn't have any money in stocks and investment portfolio. What does he have for you to survive? If he has nothing, if he leaves nothing, in case something happens to him, I feel sorry for you. I want to hear about he tried. Sure, life happens ups and downs. But if he has nothing, did he ever have anything? Did he have to cash the life insurance in the whole life? What's going on? What's going on? Sickness? So from day one, when you married him, had kids, he didn't have anything in place for you. And then during the marriage, near the end, you get older, he don't have anything in place for you to take care of yourself. Maybe, well, he was able to, he got $100,000. Well, that's something. It's not rich, but heck, shoot, are you kidding? Be the woman with a deceased boyfriend or spouse with $100K cash in an account compared to one that's sitting up there with $10. We at least know the one with $100K can probably more than likely afford a place to stay. You got a cushion there. And that's just average. Well, he had $300. Oh boy. So sometimes it's good to meet with people. There are cultures within cultures. Under the Four Boys Billy, they're not gonna mix in with my friend Brad. Hell no. Are you kidding me? But this young woman, sister girl, she's like, oh yeah, I'm so excited. Guess what he said? Yeah, because I think they've been rubbing off on him very good. That's part of the culture, though. 50-50. We expect us to take from black women. So I find it interesting. I find it real interesting that it takes one where Brad has to educate for you to decide to emulate. Why? That's not our culture to appreciate black women or to think they're deserving something. Pretty much in this culture, black women are pretty much used as a mule, as a means to get to the next level. A means to pull up where you don't have nothing. We'll try to grab one of these sisters. She'll house you, feed you, take care of you. We need an international clean out day like yesterday. So yeah, let me know what you all think. I said that's interesting. It took Brad to educate, so now you want to elevate. Maybe it just occurred to him. I hope she was excited. Like I said, that's the norm. Especially if he's got it. That's the norm. Just not in our community. Ladies, it's time to open up your eyes and see. See things for what they really are. Do what's best for you. Remember, you are the CEO, the CFO, and the COO of your life. And honey, you only get one. There are going to be good days and bad days. It has its ups and downs. But you just can't stay down. If what is bringing you is just, especially financially, just bringing you down financially, emotionally, physically, that's why women overeat. And all these complaints, maybe he need to go ahead and get over there with somebody that has some means so he can kind of get his act together. But I just think it's a sad state that it takes Brad to educate, and now you want to emulate. So let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.